It kind of makes no sense for me to choose these games, especially considering that you can always just press A for every single one of them, but just imagine that you have to press different keys for some of them, because I was too stupid to think of any other ideas. And say that, as I said in the last video, I am still kind of sick. I don't know if the quality of this remix is as you may be expecting from any other remixes that you may have heard from me, but I've tried. I did make it a little rushed. I felt like I made it a little too quickly, but really, it's not that bad, I don't think. With that out of the way, the main thing that I want to focus on is the fact that this remix, I made it because I wanted it to be loosely resembling the final remix of the Retro World pack, because, you know, the music and all, and I love the music, but also my philosophy for making remixes. Most of the remixes that I made up to this point were remixes that I made myself. And the thing with me adding my own games in is I tried to make it as easy to follow for the player as possible, even though I know that no one's going to be playing because, you know, it's just a custom remix. But I always make it seem like there's someone that will be able to play this and actually get it right. And what I usually do is I have a certain amount of time for each game, and I just use it, and then I move on to something else. The problem with that is that I have way more games than most of the remixes do, because they focus on a few and then drop the rest. I have a lot more variety in my remixes, so that's gonna be the other thing to get used to, but at least I'm not switching between games in split seconds like this remix is. The thing about the original remix was that they had all these different games, but they were all with different buttons as well. You had space, you had enter, and you had X and Z in the case of the Rhythmians from Beyond sections. But in most of the Rhythm Heaven games, all you have to do is press A, or tap the screen, or do something really simple. It kind of makes no sense for me to choose these games, especially considering that you can always just press A for every single one of them, but just imagine that you have to press different keys for some of them, because I was too stupid to think of any other ideas. And to be honest, there really aren't any other ways to think about it, because in most of them, pressing A does something. And for this reason, I know this may make it sound even more confusing than the original really was, but to make it feel like something that the player is in control of without having to literally learn the remix like I did, for having to perfect it and get the music out of it, I specifically added some count-ins. For most of the parts, I've done a certain game, substituting one game from Rhythm Rage for something else in here. For example, Rap Brothers is now the Rhythm Spell sections, and Dog Ninja is usually the Rhythmians from Beyond sections, and there's a few differences just to make it sound quite different, a little more variety than it was before with the original remix, which that's just my style of making remixes, just putting in random things. You'll see. I had to add these count-ins in. Of course, Dog Ninja itself has its own Here We Go. And then there was the karate part, which I added this for. And then for Chap Trial, I used the standard cowbell. Those are the count-ins that I've used. I hope that they're not more disorientating than the games themselves, but I just wanted to make sure that the player, if anyone's ever going to try to make this into anything worthwhile, which is never going to happen, but still, just wanted to feel like something that a player could actually play and get through. I have like a partially done version without any count-ins done, but that's like the first half only. I may somehow be able to redo this whole thing without all the count-ins in. Well, not every single one of them done, because you'll see, but most of them removed. But that may come later, that may never come, I don't know. I just know that I made this remix and I want to show you everything that I've done. So, enjoy. Oh, and before I forget, all the game listings and everything are in the description.
Here we go! Here we go! Wait, come on! Let's go! Scratcho!
Ready! Ready! And bum 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 tap tap tap! Hit 3! 3, 4! Ready! And tap tap ready! And
Here we
tap,
go.
Tap, tap.
Here we go! Here we go!
Hit 3!
Here we go!
Let's go pow!
Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Thank you! Thank you!